Let's beat the start.
He'll be the Nets off the tip. So the Nets starting 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Russell is out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. Now here's Johnson. Back to Russell. Shoots the 3. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound.
That's not his spot, but given the lack of defense, you'd like to see him knock that one down.
Here's George, and the rejection by Claxton. Maxey against Russell. Tries again. And Maxey puts it in.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking. I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
And George kicks to Maxey. Outside for George. Embiid with a screen on Williams. Pass to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. George with the ball. Williams picks him up. Here's Drummond. No good that time. Good defense by Claxton. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Nets shooting their first foul shot of the game. The recent history of the Nets. You know, Greg, they're always looking for a big splash or a quick fix to be competitive.
And Kevin, this franchise has sold its future more than a few times, but they always find a way to bounce back. You hope they don't go for a quick fix with this group.
And it's Russell with the rebound.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Misses the layup. He had him with that pump fake.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Drummond. Good defense by Claxton. Brooklyn's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Johnson sets the screen for Thomas. Hits the three-point bomb.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Maxey with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Embiid from outside. Here's Drummond. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Your shot goes up. You've got to put a body on Andre Drummond. This guy's so good off the offensive window.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Johnson with a screen on George. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Russell with a wide open look. And the Nets another 3.
Well, the lefty stroke of D'Angelo Russell on display. This is a guard who can be effective with and without the ball.
Embiid finds Maxey. We've got 1:55 left in the first quarter. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Oh, what a sweet shot by Maxey. Not putting too much behind it.
And you talk about complementary pieces, Doris. Cam Johnson could fit on any team in the NBA.
And that is because, Kevin, he has got one of the most valuable skills in the game today. That's range shooting. He's got size and a quick release, and he just continues to grow on the defensive end.
Now, here's George. Still yet to score.
You've got to be in Paul George's shooting space in order to make him uncomfortable. You give him anything easy, look out.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin? Wow.
I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you. Here's George. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Embiid with a screen on Williams. Pass to Embiid. Over Johnson. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. Brooklyn leading by 4. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Russell. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
This guy, an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Maxey kicks to Drummond. Pass to Embiid. Oubre outside. Embiid with a screen on Thomas. In the corner, Drummond with it. The 76ers with another miss. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead, up 6. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Brooklyn?
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
The other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
They've got Embiid. George is out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Andre Drummond, and it's Oubre in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Philadelphia to start the second quarter. This team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. And Drummond kicks to Embiid. Drummond sets the screen for George. Pass to Drummond. Rebounded by the Nets. Claxton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Johnson, and the slam dunk by Johnson.
Beginning to take charge of this game. This could be a crucial point.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Maxey passes to George. Oubre outside. Lobbed up there for Drummond. The shot missing.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
Pass to Claxton. Johnson in the corner. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. The 76ers trail by 9. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Drummond. Misses from short range. This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
And not too long ago, Doris, there were such high hopes for the Nets' future.
I mean, think about it, Kevin. A few years back, people were talking about Brooklyn being a dynasty in the making. They were loaded with talent. And for a lot of reasons, it fell apart pretty quickly. How fine is that line between success and failure in the league? Incredible.
Now, here's Maxey. After D'Angelo Russell's miss, Embiid finds Maxey. Now Drummond. Oubre outside. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and it's Drummond missing.
76ers foul.
And the league giving a bit more leeway, GA, to defenders. As a hard-nosed defender yourself, I'm sure you like that change.
Oh, I do. I mean, we all love the intensity of playoff basketball. So why not bring a certain level of physicality to the regular season?
Quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Oh, Claxton in position and stolen by Maxey. Over Williams. Poked away, and they get it back. Maxey against Russell. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Drummond and Thomas with the block.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
13 foul.
And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
The 76ers trail by 14. Here's Maxey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Maxey's got 4 points this quarter.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Nets.
Thomas outside. It's good from long range.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work. He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Screen by Claxton. And here's Johnson outside. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Embiid finds Oubre. And finished off by Oubre.
Well, Oubre has the kind of athleticism that makes that an easy play.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think you've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree they do, David. Thank you very much. Maxey kicks to George. 32 seconds left here in the second. Here's Drummond, and the rejection by Claxton. Here's Williams, throws it down. If the official calls the foul, it may be a three-point play. That one on Maxey.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. Yeah. We felt it. Even over here, we felt it. The 76ers trail by 18. Drummond with a screen on Thomas. On the wing, George. He's guarded by Williams. The shot by George, no good. That one misses. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Nets lead by 18. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Here with Nick Nurse. Coach, the efficiency wasn't there in the first half. What adjustments do you need to make?
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Starting off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Martin. And it's Wilson in at the small forward position. Here's Bona. The floater, the emphatic rejection. They retain possession. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
Number 45, Keon Johnson.
And Brooklyn has possession. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. That's tipped. Here's McCain. Covered by Johnson. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Watford, and the layup's good off the glass. And the Nets lead by 18.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Melton feeling it out a bit. Drives to the hoop, and he comes up with the deuce.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Here's Edwards, and he banks in the layup.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Outside, Martin. The shot by Sharp. Nobody around. Pass to Watford. Johnson outside. Traps in the tray. Johnson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Lowry from outside sinks the triple.
Kyle Lowry's best skill might be his competitiveness, the answer from 3.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Pass to Yabusele. Back to Lowry.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Bona, covered by Martin. Just 5 on the clock. Yabusele passes to Edwards. Off target with his 3. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Watford. The layup off target. The 76ers trail by 18. Pass to Lowry. They set the pick. Shoots it up. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
This guy is such a weapon from the perimeter. Lowry showing off that beautiful stroke.
Martin with the screen for Melton. Outside, Martin. .109 left to play here in the third. An easy 2 points on the layup. Martin's got his first points in this one. Here's Yabusele, covered by Watford. Now Lowry, 5 points in the game. Takes it inside. That's tipped. Here's Watford. From the arc. Here's Martin. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Pass to Bona. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. Offensive rebound. Here's Yabusele out to the right wing. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Paul George, Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Maxey, and it's Oubre in at the 3 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And now here comes Williams leading the break. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Drummond. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Boy, you love the kind of space that Andre Drummond eats up on the interior. Some guys don't play up to their size. Andre Drummond sure does.
Claxton, a screen on Maxey. Russell finds Claxton. Embiid against Johnson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And another theme in this game to me, guys, has been how lethal they've been in transition. Attack on the break and make sure you convert.
Outside for George. Trains it from beyond the arc.
Boy, nice job by Paul George to make himself available. Gets to his spot and gets it off quickly.
Here's Thomas driving to the basket. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And George kicks to Maxey. And that one drops.
Well, as usual, this guy cooking on the offensive end, but right now the other guys on his team have got to step forward.
Pass to Claxton. Now Johnson. Back to Claxton. Oubre pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 17. And then George with the jam.
And putting his explosive athleticism on full display there. George is capable of some highlight reel dunks.
The 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far.
76ers foul. Andre Drummond. That's his 5th personal.
Nets leading by 16. From deep, Thomas. It's Drummond with the rebound. Drummond's got 6 rebounds in the game. Embiid inside. Johnson's there. Embiid, the pass to George. That's good, and it's Embiid with the assist.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
And again, no good by Brooklyn. The 76ers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Maxey kicks to George. It's three-pointers off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Boy, you have to love his demeanor today. Paul George has been dialed in, nothing distracting him.
Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Buries the long-range jumper. Johnson's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Nets.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
George, no good. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 three-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
Here's Thomas. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Claxton inside. He's covered by Max.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration, too, and you've got 2 points. Outside Thomas. Into the lane. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And they'll get another chance. Embiid finds George. Connects from three-point range.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
And a wide-open look for Claxton. Count it. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight.
NBA. Action on 2K Sports. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything could happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Look at the opening lineup for Washington. George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Sarr in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Embiid finds George. They grab their own miss. Drummond with the bucket.
There are a few men in the league that attack the glass as well as Drummond does. He's almost unstoppable chasing down second points. He's a tenacious and ferocious offensive rebounder.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
I tell you. A little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Here's Sarr. Maxey covering. Sarr passes to Middleton. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots over George. And Middleton gets it to go on the assist from Smart.
Whenever you fight the shot clock, you love that Chris Middleton has the ball in those situations because he'll deliver for you.
Pass to Embiid. Beyond the arc. Second chance effort. The kick out to Maxey. Three-pointer. On target from range. Maxey's got 5 now.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Grant, when you play the Wizards, you better be ready to run.
BA, they like to speed you up. They force you to play at their pace. And on the flip side, that gives you open floor opportunities as well.
Screen by Embiid. Here's Oubre. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Philadelphia has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Smart for 3. Nails it from 3.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Maxey surveys. Pass to Embiid. Out to Oubre. Puts up a 3. Buries it from 3. He's got 5.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Sarr misses. Philadelphia leading by 4. Maxey with it. Guarded now by Smart. And Marcus Smart picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. He is aware of the amount of disruption that Marcus Smart can bring to an offense. He said you can't attack him in pick and rolls and go at him in ISO, so we'll have to keep his assignment moving and run him ragged when he's on defense. Sounds like it'll be a busy day for Smart. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
A great decision from Smart. He's all about doing what's best for the team.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Embiid a screen on Smart. Pass to George. Fast break, here we go. Three-pointer is up. Middleton kept alive. Shot's good by Sarr.
Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see from Sarr. Owning the glass and then finishing the play.
And here's Drummond. The kick out to Maxey. Here's George. There's 45 seconds left in the first quarter here. 6 to shoot. Embiid. It's good. Set up beautifully by George.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
And there's a pick. Maxey against Smart. Pass to Sarr. From downtown. Drains the triple. Sarr's got 5 points. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
15 seconds left in the opening quarter. It's stolen by Smart, and the Wizards on the break. He's all alone, and George with the jam.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
And at the end of one, both teams putting up some points. Wizards out. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting in the second. George out there with Sarr. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Smart in at the point guard position. Clark, the Sixers have been at least 10 games over 500 for 7 straight seasons now.
Yeah, and that's great to see after, what was it called? The process that took them all the way to the very depths of the league to finally build themselves back into a consistent playoff team. And their fans certainly deserve good times for struggling through all of those bad times several years ago.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throw this game. Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. Oubre finds Embiid for 3. Maxey. Rebound by Middleton. Washington shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Smart outside. They set the pick. There's the 3. And Smart nails the triple.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Maxey on the wing, defended by Smart. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 4 points in the quarter.
You know, Maxey finds all kinds of ways to score, and he knows only one speed. Flat out, all out.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
Back to Drummond. Deflects the pass. Here's Smart. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Paul George. Well, Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
And it's Maxey missing. Washington leading by 6. Hey, rise up, Marcus Smart.
And he's not going to throw it down too often, but Smart can get up there when he needs to.
Maxey passes to Oubre. Drummond with the screen. George outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's Drummond. That one's good. On the assist by George.
Boy, George is an outstanding player. Actually, one of the very best in the league. In these screen and roll sets, he knows exactly what to do.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Smart against Maxey. Ooh, nice. Smart slipping inside.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
76ers trail by 8. Drummond passes to George. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Here's Drummond. Goes back up. Sarr pulls it in. And Washington with possession. They're on a 12-4 run. Smart passes to Sarr. Back to Smart. Pass to Sarr. Fires from deep. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart has got 6 assists now in the game.
If that jumper can become a consistent option for Sarr, he's going to be a dangerous player in this league.
George outside. Drummond with the screen. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Washington gets it back. Pass to Sarr. Now Smart. Another shot. And he lays it in. Smart's got 15 points.
I like watching Smart get it done inside. He is such a fearless competitor.
Embiid finds Oubre. Back to Embiid. George with it. Pass to Embiid. George outside. From the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. And here's Smart. From 17. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And that concludes the first half. It's Washington. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Marcus Smart. Man, has he been playing well.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
We've got Edwards. Walker out there with Kyle Lowry. And it's Bona in at the center position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
76ers trail by 11. Here's Yabusele, guarded by Poole. Here's Yabusele. Lowry outside. Second chance shot. And it's good on the layup.
Lowry is a fearless scorer despite his lack of size, and he's never one to back away from the trees inside.
Well, it was a tough season for the Washington Wizards, Graham. A franchise-low 15 wins.
You know, B.A., it started with trading away their star, Bradley Beal, before the season. But I like their new direction, prioritizing the future and developing talent.
You know, pretty much anybody can hit that shot when they're that wide open. I mean, terrible defense.
Outside Edwards. Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul, too. And he'll go to the line. Rashawn Holmes picks one up. Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Lowry against Bay. Pass to Walker. Here's Yabusele. Back to Walker. And the jam by Walker.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
You know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside for Bay. Over Walker. That's short off the rim. 76ers trail by 11. And he drives in. And the jam by Walker.
Coach is loving the ball movement.
And it's Poole with the ball for Washington. Hey, with a screen on Lowry. Putting on the Jets. Jordan Poole.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Yes, it's good.
Relentless is a word to describe Lowry. He is a wrecking ball of a guard.
Poole up top. He's guarded by Lowry. Poole against Lowry. The drive by Poole. Poole fast and then fuego.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Sixers' two stars make a great pairing. Maxey said of Embiid, since I was a rookie, he's had the ultimate faith and believed in me. And Embiid said of Maxey, he's something else. Always smiling with the same energy. Good games, bad games, always the same. People like that set the tone for everybody else. Brian?
That's a good call, Allie. Thank you. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And another miss by Philadelphia.
Look, I know he wanted to answer with a three of his own, but you gotta play smarter. Play your game, not theirs.
Poole, the pass to Holmes. Oh, it's Holmes with the big jam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Pass to Bona. Here's Yabusele. He's covered by Bay. And Lonnie Walker's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Here's Middleton. The putback. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball game. It's Washington up. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. We've got George, Marcus Smart out there with Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. They get it back. The kick out to Maxey. Back to George. Tries again. Some solid defense from Coulibaly.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Inside. Kicks it out to Smart. It's Middleton on the wing. This one for three. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Smart against Maxey. Pass to Drummond. And Drummond with the jam.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Smart looking around. Fires for three. The rebound by Embiid.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Smart for three. Drummond grabs the miss. Drummond's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Embiid inside. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball. Washington leading by 17. Smart outside. From deep, Sarr. Washington again can't hit. For Philadelphia, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And yep, it's good.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Smart against Maxey. Smart left side. Bucket again. 7 for 12 and going at the defense.
Yeah, when he's on, he is on. And Smart showing us his whole game in this one.
Smart against Maxey. Embiid inside. No stopping Joel Embiid. Wow.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. And the foul called on Paul George. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's a screen. Kicks it to George. Takes a three. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. And the Wizards lead by 18.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Here's Smart. And that one drops for him. Smart has got 19 points.
Perfect touch on the floater. Smart, he can be so crafty at times offensively.
Here's Maxey. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
Smart up top. Maxey covering. Smart with a bucket.
They came out and had a statement win with their performance tonight. A fantastic effort to get it done here for the Wizards.
You know, their ability to protect the ball helped win it for them.
Yeah, it really did. Less turnovers mean you can get more chances to score. All coaches tell you to value every possession.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for Marcus Smart.
He ran things with precision. Great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
Sarr misses. 76ers trail by 16. George scanning the floor. It's rebounded by Washington. And the foul called on Paul George. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Second team foul.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Middleton up top. George outside. Back to Middleton. Shot clock at 5. And it's Middleton finishing it off.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
For 3, George fires in the triple. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. George for 3, and it's good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. This one wasn't even close. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and
And you think about the future of this great league, certainly, Greg, some terrific young talent on display here tonight.
Yeah, and Kevin, who's got next? I mean, some gifted players here answering in the affirmative.
And now Washington's starting group. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Smart in at the point. Now, here is Russell. Not a lot of room. That one's in, his first shot this game.
An active competitor, Russell won't go down without a fight, especially around the rim.
Outside, George. Nice ball movement by Washington. Pass to Sarr. Lock at 6. Back to Smart. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Just such a quick release there by Marcus Smart. You love to see that just catch, touch, and release.
When it comes to the league's most physical defenders, Richard, look no further than Marcus Smart.
Yeah, he's someone that has no problem sacrificing his body. Whether that's taking charges or diving after loose balls, he is relentless.
And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Here's Russell. Marcus Smart picking up that last basket. Deflects the pass. Stolen by Smart. Pass to Sarr. Outside for Smart. Sarr sets the screen for Smart. Here's Sarr. 6 to shoot. And it's Russell with the rebound.
Normally he drains that.
It's Claxton with the drive. And Claxton throws it down.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Pass to Koulibaly. Sarr with it. Takes the 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
Russell with a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Russell's got 7.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here is George. Sarr sets the screen for Smart. Lets it go with the 3. Sarr's shot is off. And so it's Williams who brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Russell kicks to Thomas. Claxton inside. He's defended by Koulibaly. And it's Russell missing. The Wizards have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And taken away by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Outside Thomas. There's the drive. It's deflected.
Great timing on the rejection there. This young kid, Sarr, has major defensive potential.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, just 5 to shoot. Johnson against George. Johnson, good.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Outside, Smart. Pass to Sarr. Middleton with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And a wide open look for Sarr. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. And that's now 6 points for Alex Sarr. Williams sets a screen for Thomas. From downtown, rebounded by Smart.
And and I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Look, that's going to happen when Smart gets in there with those trees. If you're a little too aggressive, things can happen.
And the way the Wizards like to play, Greg, you can expect them to get out and run.
Yeah, they're young and they can fly, right? They've got speed and athleticism to get up and down the floor. They'll push the tempo as much as you allow them.
Now, here is Russell. He has 7.
And that's when they say you can't teach tall. This is where size helps you, owning those rebounds on the defensive end.
Middleton, the pass to Sarr. Back to Middleton. Takes it inside. Count that one.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Jordi Fernandez has called a timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Wizards lead by 2. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And what stands out to you from Washington in this one?
An impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Here's Sarr. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
And the basket by Thomas.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And the rejection by Claxton. Knocked away. Stolen by Middleton. And here they come. Smart with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. Outside, George. Smart deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 5. George sets a screen for Smart. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. That one drops for him. Greg, you look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
And it's Russell missing. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now, Koulibaly. Still scoreless. Outside for George. Good on the triple. Now it's a 4-point Wizards lead.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Williams sets a screen for Thomas. Rebound by the Wizards. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Russell against Smart. Here's Sarr. Plenty of space. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Sarr's got the lead up to 6 now for the Wizards. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team.
Here's Middleton. George with the screen on Williams. Here's Middleton driving inside.
And the urgency on Middleton's drive is terrific. The defense seems powerless to stop it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And they're also hitting that mid-range shot at a high clip. A big key will be to continue that success throughout. Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give.
Saw the pass to Middleton. Saar sets the screen for Middleton. In the corner, it's Koulibaly. A three-pointer off the mark. That's trailed by 6. Claxton finds Russell. The three from Thomas. The rebound by Middleton.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 6. Here's Claxton. Outside for Thomas. Shot clock at 6. With the shot. A terrific shot on a turnaround. Thomas got 8 here in the quarter.
Man, I love that turnaround jumper. What a tough shot to defend.
Here's Koulibaly. Pass to Saar. Here's Koulibaly. No scoring in this one. Nice ball movement by Washington. Smart with the ball. Picked up by Claxton. Smart misses.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
Williams looking over the floor. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Washington Wizards bringing the quarter to it. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports.
Get ready for the Fed half-court shot. Drums, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And you know, Marcus Smart has been really making it happen.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Here's who Brian Keefe is starting the second half with. Poole and Kispert are the guard set. Sadiq Bey is out there with Holmes, and it's Champagny in its small forward. Now, here's Kispert. Pass to Holmes. From outside the arc. The rebound by Sharp. That's trailed by 5. GA, when it comes to the Wizards, they have a pretty spotty draft record over the past decade.
Kevin, it's tough to get things right in the draft. Plus, they have just had poor lottery luck, only selecting higher than 8th once in the last decade. But they have passed on some superstar level talent.
Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Washington's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3-ball here. Kispert kicks to Bey. Knocks down the 3-ball. Bey's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Johnson outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Johnson's got 7 points for the quarter.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
Kispert with it. Johnson's there. Now here's Kispert. He has yet to score. Rebounded by the Nets. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Johnson, and then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Now, here's Kispert. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Now, here's Kispert. He's guarded by Johnson. Bay with a screen on Johnson. Kispert kicks to Bay. Over in the corner, Poole. 5 to shoot. Pulls up on the wing. The rebound by Sharp. The Nets have gone 4 for 4 from the field since the halftime break. Terrific start to the third quarter. The shot by Wilson, no good. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Poole finds Kispert. Oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Keon Johnson. For Washington, they have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Kispert hits both of them. Following some ups and downs, Richard, the Brooklyn Nets, and you know this, they're back in rebuild mode.
Yes, unfortunately they are, but fans shouldn't let the word rebuild discourage them. The Nets still have a ton of solid pieces, and it's just a question of making smart moves from here on out.
And Washington has possession. Following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. Kispert, the pass to Bay. Back to Kispert. On the wing, Johnson. He's defended by Bay. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Now, here's Kispert. He's guarded closely. Pass to Poole. Bay with the screen for Poole. 4 on the clock. From 15 feet away, the Wizards with another miss. Brooklyn leading by 3. On the wing, Johnson. 12 points for him. Now, Watford. Sharp, the pass to Watford. Up and in on the layup. Watford's got the lead up to 5 now for the Nets.
I like the intention, the focus, finding a way to make it work inside.
And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Team foul.
There's 48 seconds left to play in the third. Kispert kicks to Bay. Back to Kispert. 5 on the clock. Inside. Washington again turning it over. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 17-5 run here. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Watford finds Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Melton. Over Kispert. Again, the Nets for 2.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Johnson, that's for two. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. It's been all about Keon Johnson for Brooklyn. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Wizards trail by 5. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Cam Thomas. And it's Williams at the small forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. To the paint, here's Russell. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. And it's 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from George. And for Brooklyn, their shooting has just been outstanding tonight. 56% as a team in this game. Thomas, good.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Song. Nice ball movement by Washington. Middleton against Williams. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
And we all know about Middleton's shooting ability, but don't underestimate his explosiveness at the rim.
The shot's good from Claxton.
And he's shooting it at an efficient clip, but he needs to keep looking to score. It's what his team relies on him to do.
Labali. And it's Russell with the rebound. Nets leading by 8. Johnson outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Washington's gone 6 of 10 from three-point range, up over 50% for the ball game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
Smart passes to Sarr. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. Johnson with a screen on Smart. Here's Thomas. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Yeah, it's easy to see why they go to him so often, because they know they can depend on him to come through for them.
George with the screen on Thomas. Smart misses. The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Thomas against Smart. Pass to Claxton. 5 to shoot. Russell from long range. Rebounded by the Wizards. Sarr's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Shoots the 3. Koulibaly, no good. Nets leading by 8. Claxton the pass to Thomas. Claxton sets the screen for Thomas. Here's the teardrop. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This has been good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Now Thomas, after Marcus Smart missing on that last 3-pointer. And Russell gets it to go on the assist by Thomas. And now it's a 12-point Nets lead. Here's Smart. The Wizards with another miss. And here's Brooklyn. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
From past the arc. Drills it from outside.
The D just sagged off just enough and no hesitation on his part.
Smart with the steal. Here's Here's Koulibaly. And Washington again with the bucket.
Well, with that size, it's easy for Sarr to see right where the rock needs to go.
Brooklyn leading by 9. Kicks it out to Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Six to shoot. Rebound, Washington. An even 3-on-3 break. George sets a screen for Smart. Koulibaly with it. Fires for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
24 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And here's Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.
Now the starting lineup. The visiting.
Well, Doris, neither of these teams playing well as of late. What's the mindset tonight?
I think both teams come in thinking this is a very winnable game, and let's get ourselves on track by making sure we set the tone early. Listen, winning can be a habit, so can losing. One of these teams has got to get off the snide.
Here are the 5 for Philadelphia. We've got Maxey, Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's George in at the 2.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight.
You get the sense there is a level of intensity right out of the gates.
Back to Thomas. Jacks up with 3. Joel Embiid with the board. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordi Fernandez. I asked him what he told his team in regards to how to guard Paul George tonight. He told me Paul is a tremendous player. I told our guys that when he's attacking, we need to help one another out. It has to be a team effort defending him. So it sounds like he'll be sending plenty of defenders PG-13's way.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. Oubre's got 5 now.
Well, how about the length and athletic ability of Kelly Oubre Jr.? Go ahead in there.
Here's Thomas for 3. Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Back to George. Out to Oubre. Drummond, the screen on Thomas. Oubre passes to Drummond. Outside Maxey. Shot clock at 3. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Outside Johnson. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. Johnson's gotten his second bucket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now here's Thomas. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Johnson. Back to Thomas. 4-3, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
Part of passing the rock, it's calculating risk and reward. I don't think that was a great decision.
And Maxey's got the ball here for the 76ers. They trail by 1. Lays it up and banks it in.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
And here's Thomas from the arc. And the net's another 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Now here's George. Pass to Drummond. And stolen by Claxton. Thomas outside. And the net's another 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Doris, it's interesting, but the Nets franchise has never won an NBA championship.
That's absolutely correct, because their titles came before the merger. Now, since they've joined this league, they did go to the finals for a couple of times. Had Jason Kidd, who was the driver of success, but no championship in this modern era.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nets.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
And as it goes out of bounds, Brooklyn able to keep possession. Here's Thomas for three. Add that to his line. Now 3 for 6.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Thomas. Into the lane. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
George for three. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got 4 rebounds now. And Williams punches it home.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. 76ers trail by 11. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Got a piece of it. Outside Oubre. Just 5 on the clock. Embiid from outside. Brooklyn pulls it in. Claxton's got his 5th rebound in this one. Williams on the wing. There's the triple. The shot comes out. Doesn't go for him. Cam Thomas getting it done for the Brooklyn Nets. He's found his range. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. Boy, the Nets have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
Taking a look at the 76ers. Kelly Oubre out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Maxey. Then there's Paul George. And it's Drummond in at the center position.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Thomas against George. Oh, stolen by Embiid. George against Johnson. George scanning the floor. Outside Maxey. Pass to George. Over Johnson. Claxton with a rebound.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Nick Claxton, despite his relatively slender frame, is a hard-nosed defender. He said, "I bow down to no one. Every time I step on the court, I always have that chip on my shoulder. That's just the fiery competitor that I am. At the end of the day, I know what I'll hang my hat on, the defensive side of the ball." Brian?
Okay, Allie, thanks for that.
Only 6'2", but Maxey got some spring in his step.
Doris, someone who plays within himself. Nick Claxton knows what his team wants from him.
There's real value in a player understanding his role, and that's Nick Claxton. Sprint the floor, rebound, rim protect. He knows who he is and what puts him on the floor.
Now here's Drummond. No points so far. Embiid misses.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Outside Maxey. Back to Drummond. Oubre on the wing. Kicks it to George. The three. They get the rebound. Embiid. Drummond passes to Embiid. Johnson against George. Here's Embiid. Kicks it to George. The three. They shoot again. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's on Nick Claxton.
Yeah, I love the use of the shot fake by Embiid. Smart basketball there.
And he knocks down the first one. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
Now here's Maxey. 7 points in the game. Pass to Embiid. The kick out to Maxey. Off the mark there with a 3.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. Brooklyn leading by 13. Outside Russell. Thomas a screen on Maxey. Thomas outside. And the Nets another 3.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Now here's Embiid. Now here's George. Down low. To halt the run. Here's Drummond. And he parries his first look.
With that size and with that strength, it is such a problem trying to keep Andre Drummond off the offensive glass.
Thomas outside. To the middle. Johnson inside. George defending. Johnson against George. Outside for Russell. Williams passes to Thomas. Drummond on the double team. Outside Russell. Outside Johnson. Williams from long range. Rebound by the 76ers. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And stolen by Claxton. On the break, the 3 ball. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Johnson. Williams has got 5 points.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
You cannot give Paul George these extra chances. This guy is deadly from the free throw line throughout his career.
George hits them both. 11 seconds left in the first half. And here's Russell. And he lobs it up to the rim.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. And stolen by Claxton. And so it's Brooklyn, leading by 17 at the end of the period. They've done well to disrupt the opposition, playing inspired defense. Well, now a minute to check in with Allie. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
Trendon Watford is out there with Sharp. Then there's Johnson. Then there's DeAnthony Melton. And it's Wilson in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
He challenges the defender and throws it down with 2 hands.
Man, just straight power on that one. Clear the deck. Lowry, good.
Well, there you see on display Lowry's speed and his ball handling ability. What a drive.
Pass to Melton. To the right side. Here's Wilson. Hits the trifecta. Wilson's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Not the best three-point shooter in the league, but he's got enough skill that you can't just let him fire it up.
Team seconds.
Lowry against Melton. Lowry left side. And here's another one for the Sixers.
We talk about 3-level scoring. That's at the rim, from 3, and in this case, if you're Kyle Lowry, the mid-range game is on point.
Count that one.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Back to Lowry. Outside Edwards. And the layup falls.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
Outside Johnson. They set a pick. Melton on the wing. Let's go with a 3. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
And here's Lowry from the arc. And Watford pulls it down. Nets leading by 17. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good.
Sharp at the line 2 times.
Both free throws good from Sharp. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Melton against Lowry. The rebound by Melton. The Nets have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Back to Johnson. Outside Sharp. Melton outside. From deep. Drops in the 3. Melton's got 6 points.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Picked it. To the inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
And that's what happens when you don't take care of the ball.
Hey, that makes the turnover hurt even more.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience. Well, easy money, right? I like the strategy. Go inside, get a high percentage look.
Pass to Watford. Back to Johnson. Lets it go from deep. And the Nets, another 3.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
Brooklyn's got it going from the perimeter in the third. 4 for 4 so far. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Grimes. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Philadelphia shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. First free throw is good.
Philadelphia. Quentin Grimes shooting 2.
Both good from the line that time. The Nets have gotten off to an incredible start in this half. 8 of 8 from the floor. Wilson. Offensive board. And the 76ers going with a whole new group out there.
Team seconds. Substitutions on the court.
Here's Johnson. He's got 9. Here's the 3. Oh, he's locked in. Green's his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Guys, he is on fire this quarter. I mean, what an incredible scoring performance.
Maxey passes to Embiid. The 3 is up. Here's Drummond. And that one's good with extra effort on the glass.
Well, this is where Drummond does the vast majority of his work. He's got a lot of moves in the low post.
To the left side wing. Johnson against Maxey. Johnson passes to Melton. 5 to shoot. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Drummond passes to Embiid. 3-pointer. Knocks it down from distance. Embiid's got 5 now.
And we know Embiid has this kind of touch from deep. Nice triple.
Here's Melton. An easy 2 on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. So he hits 1 of 2 from the strike. Now Williams. And here's Thomas from the arc. Gets the 3 ball to go. Thomas has got 21 points in the game.
Now he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
And here's Thomas from the arc. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets with a command. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. So, on the floor for Philadelphia, Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kelly Oubre. Then there's Paul George. And it's Maxey in at the point guard position. Pass to Drummond. The kick out to Maxey from behind the arc. Goes back up. Drummond passes to Embiid. Oubre against Williams. Shot clock at 5. Embiid a screen on Williams. Back to Embiid. For 3, Maxey. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got his 8th rebound here tonight. It's stolen by Maxey. And here comes the break. The finish. And the jam by George.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Williams from long range. The rebound by Maxey.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Embiid. He buries it from 3.
Yeah, we know Embiid can do it one-on-one, but the catch-and-shoot jumper is showing his versatility.
Johnson for 3. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Kicks it to George. That one's in there. Drummond with the assist. Drummond's got 3 assists in the game.
You've got to be in Paul George's shooting space in order to make him uncomfortable. You give him anything easy, look out.
Here's Johnson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's nice to see they're not settling for 3-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
The kick out to Maxey. Drummond to screen on Johnson. For 3, Maxey. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Outside Johnson. Pass to Thomas. Fires the 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Thomas has got 24.
And trying to put the game away, he's been nails all evening.
And he hasn't forced much tonight. I love the efficiency he's giving to them.
That shot wide open.
Well, Paul George says, I can answer with my own big-time three-point shot. Go to work, PG.
It's Johnson with a drive. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
The longer this game goes on, the hotter he gets.
Launches a three. George, no good. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Outside, Williams. Thomas outside. Outside, Johnson. Williams from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Nets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
Outside Johnson. Claxton a screen on Drummond. Just 5 to shoot. Pass to Johnson. Oubre with a steal. Embiid against Williams. Here's Maxey. Outside Oubre. Drummond with the screen. The three is up. The Sixers again can't hit. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Controls the rebound and the putback.
With very little left on the clock, they've got a comfortable lead, and the fans are loving it.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
For 3, Maxey. Thomas with a steal. Claxton a screen on George. Thomas outside. For 3. So we see the Nets taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team.
Wednesday. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Maxey. And it's George in at the 2. And for the Wizards, Chris Middleton is out there with George. Then it's Sarr. Then it's Koulibaly. And it's Smart in at the point. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
Three-pointer by Embiid, and he can't jam it through. Three-pointer. Koulibaly, no good. Embiid with it. Oubre outside. Embiid sets the pick for Oubre. Embiid with it. Now defended by Sarr.
And seeing a guy as big as Embiid being so fluid in terms of his movement, jaw-dropping.
Nobody near George. Drills the three-pointer.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Well, it's no secret this Washington team is in a rebuilding phase. But Brent, they've collected some assets.
They got some flexibility here, Kevin, and they made the call to start over. They took some other players that other teams didn't want, along with some draft picks, which sometimes you have to do when you're bottoming out. They have a good toolbox to rebuild them.
Just 5 to shoot. There's the pick. Smart passes to George. A three-pointer, no good. Philadelphia's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Pass to Oubre, and stolen by Sarr. And George, here we go. Smart against George. Outside for George. Now Koulibaly. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, well, I settled for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that.
Here's Maxey. Following the bucket by the Wizards. Pass to Drummond. Back to Oubre. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bucket is good.
This is where Sarr wants to be, right under the hoop, within easy reach of the basket.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Chat it with Brian Keith. Well, we talked about how difficult a matchup Joel Embiid can be for a defense. Coach told me it's all about not letting him get established down low and making him try to beat us with longer shots. If you do that, I think we'll be fine. Of course, saying it on the sidelines is one thing, and doing it on the court, quite another. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Wasted no time on that one.
That last three must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer.
Now here's Smart. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. George with the screen on George. Smart wide open. He fired. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. The 76ers trail by 4.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them.
Paul George, really a true two-way player in the NBA. He gives you so much on both ends, so you get all-star value offensively and defensively.
Here's Smart. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Smart's got 5 now.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
George against Embiid, and the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Wizards leading by 5. Now here's Smart. He's got 5. In the corner, George with it. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got 3 assists in the game. The 76ers trail by 8. And George kicks to Maxey. Takes a 3. Nailed from three-point land. He's got 6.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Wizards out front, leading by 5. And the... And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Washington.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Love the passing that they've displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
We've got George. Koulibaly is out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Sarr, and it's Middleton in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. Puts up a 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers trail by 5. And they double up Embiid. Oubre passes to George. Here's Sarr. He's got 5. Middleton outside. A 3 ball. And again, Washington no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Maxey passes to Drummond. A 3. Rebounded by the Wizards. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Koulibaly. Hits the three-point bomb. Koulibaly's got the lead up to 8 now for the Wizards. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thank you. Tyrese Maxey has stepped up into a starring role with the 76ers. He says these guys have the ultimate confidence in me, all the way from the organization down to the players. So I can just go out there and be aggressive, play my game, even through mistakes. It's all part of extraordinary growth for the guard. Kevin?
EA thanks. He is rewarding their faith. And I love his statement on growth. He's always looking to expand. A three-pointer is right on target.
Not a standout part of Sarr's game, but good work recognizing that opening in the defense and making the right read.
Oubre outside. Outside, George. And there's the foul. It's on Koulibaly. That is his first foul of the game. And eventually, every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or two against the young fellas. And sometimes that is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. The 76ers trail by 8. And here's George for 3. Pass to Embiid. And Drummond kicks to George. Maxey on the wing. The shot's good on the assist by George. 11 points for Tyrese Maxey.
And how about the awareness from Maxey, firing off that shot just in time.
Here's Koulibaly. Bangs home the trifecta. And the Wizards lead by 9.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Maxey kicks to Oubre. Pass to Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Chris Middleton. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Maxey. 11 points in the game. Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. Clock at 6. This one for 3. It's hauled in by George. Wizards leading by 9. Smart deciding where to go with it. Outside for George. And it's off from three-point range. 76ers have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Offensive rebound. Embiid dishes to George. Over Middleton. Outside, George. Takes the 3. No good there. Wizards have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Smart misses.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
And Embiid throws it down.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
Here's Smart. And again, Washington no good. Maxey against Smart. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Philadelphia, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor. And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers. Yet another 3. Once we hit the second quarter, it just seems as if those threes just started to fall like raindrops.
And so it's Washington in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. And thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, please direct your attention to the center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run screen. They're thinking about the shot.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You look at Tyrese Maxey in this one, guys. He has been everywhere.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
So on the floor for Philadelphia. Maxey out there with Edwards. And it's Bona in at the 5 down low.
Spotting the open teammate there. Nice work by Maxey.
And so Poole will bring it up for Washington. They've led by as many as 11 points. Ripped away. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by the Wizards. Oh, and a fast break for the Wizards. Here's Champagnie. Nets the corner 3. Champagnie's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The 76ers trail by 9. The 3 from Poole. And it's Grimes with the rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Kyle Lowry is checked in for Maxey. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Grimes, and he's good on the 3 ball.
Off and running right out the bat here to start the second half.
Bay with a screen on Lowry. Poole misses in close. The 76ers trail by 6. Grimes passes to Lowry. The 3. Rebounded by Holmes. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Poole with no one around. Good on the 3-point shot. Poole's got his first 3 points of the game.
And Poole just deadly from three.
I tell you what, Brett, this Jordan Poole is one confident player.
Yeah, his mindset, though, Kevin, has to shift to being more consistent. So we've seen these outbursts in scoring from Jordan Poole, but really you want to have a more reliable player in what he does both offensively and defensively. Hopefully he finds that.
And Poole gets it to go. Poole's got 5 points in the quarter.
Those are two tough points from Poole. Great to see him mixing it up down low.
Outside Edwards. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Lowry against Poole. Pass to Bay. Holmes wide open. He fires. And Washington again with the bucket.
And this is such an evolving part of what Rashawn brings to the game. Nice to see him knock down a J.
Out to Edwards. Abusele passes to Edwards. Here's Yabusele. Shot clock at 5. Offline with his 3. Kispert, the pass to Champagny. Back to Kispert. Wizards passing it around. And Poole now, top of the key. Holmes setting the pick for Poole. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Lowry for 3. Bay pulls it in. Wizards leading by 8. Poole on the wing. 3-pointer. That shot off. The 76ers have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Yabusele. Up top, Edwards. Defended by Kispert. 5 to shoot. For 3, Edwards. The shot will not fall. Washington's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. And Poole gets it to go.
And Poole's shot sometimes, man, that thing just looks so pure.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lowry against Poole. Fires the 3. Not as good, and the Wizards' lead is cut back down to 8. An important basket there from Lowry.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Kispert kicks to Bay. Bay with the screen for Poole. Here's Kispert. And he and not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth.
And even though, you're thinking maybe we don't need...
And so it's Washington holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be right back after this. And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Sarr out there with George. Then it's Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Smart in at the 1 spot. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington.
That's great signs to see Chris Middleton get up just like that.
The shot by Lowry, no good. And so George will bring it up for Washington. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
It's a scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. Maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Middleton looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Middleton's got the lead up to 12 now for the Wizards.
That is tough. Watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
No one near Maxey as he lets it fly. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Maxey against Smart. Outside for George. No good with the triple. The 76ers trail by 10. And here's Embiid. Embiid owns the lane.
It's just so tough to knock Embiid off the block. That's his territory.
And it's Middleton penetrating. Chalk up 2 there. Middleton's got 6 in the quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping things.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Smart against Maxey. George sets a screen for Smart. Pass to George. Clock at 4. There's a good screen. Here's Saul. Rebound by the 76ers.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D. Allen's position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Outside for George. Drummond sets the screen for George. There's the triple. They get the rebound. Oubre outside. Outside, George. Pass to Embiid for 3. Goes up again, and here is Drummond. Back to George. Maxey on the wing. Here's Drummond. Missed it, even after all those chances. Koulibaly with it. He's picked up by Drummond. Koulibaly, no good. The 76ers trail by 7. Oubre, right side. Pass to George. And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Wizards leading by 7. Outside, Smart. Middleton outside. We've got 1:28 left in the game. To the middle. Here's Koulibaly.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Pass to Drummond. Knocked loose. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Stolen by Middleton.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Nice shot by Smart.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Wizards.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
Drummond passes to Embiid. 6 on the shot clock. Embiid the screen. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Wizards basketball.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Smart misses. Now the 76ers with it. 11-point game. Maxey passes to Embiid. Smart against Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Back to Maxey. Now here's Embiid. Here's Koulibaly. No good. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
basket. And checking out Brooklyn's opening lineup, Johnson and Claxton patrol the middle. D'Angelo Russell is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. And for Washington, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. Then there's Marcus Smart. And it's Sarr in at the 5 spot. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team.
And it's Washington with the ball. Following the bucket by Brooklyn. Rejected by Claxton. Middleton against Williams. And Williams punches it home.
Get him the ball anywhere close to the hoop, that thing's over.
Smart outside. And just about a minute into this first quarter. Pass to Sarr. Kicks it out to Smart. Down to 5 on the shot clock. To the paint. And stolen by Claxton. It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Williams passes to Johnson. Claxton. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Coulibaly, it's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Washington shooting their first free throw of the contest.
D'Angelo.
All right, Grant, when you look at the Nets rebuild, what are you seeing at this point?
Well, they gave up a lot of young players and draft picks to assemble a big three. And, of course, that didn't quite work out. So now they're in that middle ground, which sometimes can be a little tough. Add to the fact that they're in New York, the fans and media are anything but patient and forgiving.
4 on the clock. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Now here's Smart. George outside. George, a screen on Williams. Middleton from the outside. Williams grabs the board.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
A classic breakdown with the ball, sending it right out of bounds and giving the defense a freebie.
For Washington, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Smart passes to Sarr. Back to Smart. They set the pick. Releases. The Wizards with another miss. Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Smart. Thomas against Smart. Here's the teardrop. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Here's Smart after the basket by Brooklyn. Back to George. The Wizards need to get off a shot here. Sarr misses.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
It's out of bounds. Last touch by Sarr. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Sinks it from distance.
3-point field goal.
The Wizards trail by 11. Smart looking around. Pass to Sarr to end the run. Counted from distance.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Now here's Johnson. Yet to see a basket. Inside. Here's Russell. Soft touch off the glass.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Yeah, they're in control on both ends of the court, and it's always impressive when you build a double-digit lead in the first quarter.
Here's Sarr. And a miss there on the triple. Here's Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Now here's Russell. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Russell finds Williams. Count that bucket. Williams has got 6.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
They got off to such a hot start, and that can keep you energized throughout the whole game.
Claxton passes to Johnson. From beyond the arc, and then some.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling,
and so it's Brooklyn in control with a 16-point advantage heading into the break. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. We'll be right back with you shortly. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And what's your take, guys, here on the hustle stats for Brooklyn?
They've put their hard hats on and gone to work on the offensive boards. Those second chance points can really energize a team.
Yeah, on top of that, they've been resourceful defensively, generating scoring opportunities by forcing turnovers.
Sarr out there with George. Then there's Marcus Smart. Then there's Bilal Coulibaly. And it's Middleton in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for Washington right now. Johnson with it, guarded now by Smart. 5 on the clock. Johnson passes to Claxton. How about Nick Claxton? You'd be hard-pressed to find a more versatile defender.
He's come so far in that area since he came into the league. He's become an elite defender. There isn't a position on the floor he can't guard.
Good on the second one. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Just outsmarting them with the floater. A little tricky move there by Marcus Smart.
Russell to pass to Thomas. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home.
You can't leave someone open when Smart is running his team because he will find that mistake.
Down low. And Williams punches it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And so it's Russell who brings up the ball for the Nets. Back to Claxton from outside the arc. Washington with a rebound. Here's Coulibaly. And that comes off the assist by Middleton. Coulibaly's got 12 points in the game.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Here's Thomas for 3. On target from range. And the Nets lead by 16.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Here's Coulibaly. Kicks it to George. Middleton with a screen on Johnson. George for 3. Rebounded by Johnson. Nets leading by 16. Russell finds Thomas. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep.
He's been playing great, unselfish basketball, really putting the rock in the hands of the right shooters.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? And it's Coulibaly missing. Brooklyn with the ball. Good momentum. 8 straight points. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Brian, one of the great challenges of an NBA player's life is being traded. Veteran P.J. Tucker said, in 24 hours, you're playing for another team in another city, getting all of your stuff, uprooting your kids, changing schools. Your whole entire life changes in a blink. If you've never experienced it, you'd never understand. B.A.?
Pretty heavy stuff, Allie. Thank you. Russell with the ball. Middleton covering. Williams from long range. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
From deep, Sarr. That's in. Coming off an assist from Smart. Smart's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, still a developing part of Sarr's game, but he looked confident with that triple.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
And it's Coulibaly missing. Nets leading by 21. Outside Johnson. Outside Russell. Back to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. There's the screen by Johnson. Williams. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. Williams has got 7 now in this quarter. Here's Coulibaly. Off target with the 3. For Brooklyn, they've gotten 7 of 10 attempts to drop in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Claxton. And that one goes. 4 for 7 for him so far.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Rejected by Claxton. No good. Cam Thomas getting it done for Brooklyn. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back.
The Nets, 45.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. We've seen Cam Thomas really having a great game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with the game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. We've got DeAnthony Melton. Sharp out there with Trendon Watford. Then there's Johnson, and it's Wilson in at the small forward position. Here's Poole. To the wing, right side. 3-pointer Holmes. Sharp grabs the miss. Brooklyn has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. Wilson, no good. The Wizards have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. 3-pointer Kispert drills it from deep. Kispert's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Shot by Johnson, no good.
Hey, look, I'm not going to lie here. That's a shot that he needs to be making. There are no excuses. There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Melton passes to Wilson. Johnson on the wing, defended by Kispert. Back to Sharp. No good on the shot. Excellent D there from Holmes. Kispert with the ball. Johnson on him. Holmes, a screen on Melton. Here's Poole. Brooklyn with the board.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And Melton is good for three. Melton's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
And that one's good. Poole.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
All right, Grant, what do you think about Jordan Poole's nickname, the Pool Party?
Oh, it's very apt, right? Because when he's on, everyone is having a good time. But it also speaks to his relaxed attitude. He's out there to shoot and have fun while doing it.
Poole, the pass to Bay. And the layup is good off the glass. Bay's got his first bucket in this one.
If the defender is giving him that much space, the points are inevitable.
Washington foul. Justin Champagnie. First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Johnson. Outside Sharp. Pass to Melton. Shots blocked. And a fast break now for the Wizards. And here's Kispert from the arc. Rebounded by Johnson. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Woo! B.A., that's lit.
Ferocious all the way. Man, that was good. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Nets leading by 23. Out of bounds. It'll be Washington's ball.
Washington basketball.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Out to the wing. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holmes.
That was okay, let's say that was an odd play. You don't see missed connections like that too often.
Brooklyn has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Even with the score as it is, he just keeps coming at you.
The Wizards have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. Here's Poole. And it's in there. Poole's got 7 now in this quarter.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Watford with a screen. Here's Johnson. The rebound by the Wizards. There's 53 seconds left in the third.
Brooklyn foul. Keon Johnson. First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Kispert. To the middle. Holmes passes to Kispert. Holmes, a screen on Johnson. Oh, the shot no good by Kispert. Nets leading by 23. Outside Johnson. Jacks up a 3. And Holmes pulls it down. For Washington, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Poole for 3. No good that time. Melton left side. From deep, Johnson nails it from beyond the arc. Johnson's got 10 points in just the second half.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
The offensive rebound.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
And so it's Brooklyn. A huge 24-point lead for them. Defense. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
Serving it up on a platter, that is a beautiful dish. And 2 teammates on the same page, woo.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Bilal Coulibaly out there with Marcus Smart. Then it's Chris Middleton, then there's Sarr, and it's George in at the 4 slot. That's the group for Washington right now.
Huge putback. This guy plays with so much energy.
I don't know anybody that goes after the boards harder. And stolen by Claxton. Russell deciding where to go with it. And the 3 off target. The Wizards shooting just 38% for this game so far. From deep, Sarr. They grab their own miss. Lets the three fly. Brooklyn pulls it in.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
Washington's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Middleton from the outside, and another miss by Washington. The Nets have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Williams' shot is good.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to them at all times.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digits.
Middleton with a screen on Johnson. George with it, guarded now by Williams.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Russell finds Thomas. And Smart over to help. Outside for Russell. 6 on the shot clock. There's the screen by Johnson. Uses the glass on the layup.
Defenses try to get physical with Russell, but he has great body control and composure. Tough to throw him off his game.
And here's Middleton. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Out to the right wing. Here's Claxton. Oh, trying his luck from deep. That falls. Nice assist by Russell. Russell's got 7 assists in the game.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Thomas misses. Washington's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. And it's Coulibaly missing. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Out left to the wing. Here's Claxton. No good with the triple. The Wizards have gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Pass to Sarr. The 3 is up. He drops it from range.
The way he can elevate over a defender from deep, very tough to contain outside the arc.
Russell, the pass to Claxton. Hey, expanding his range. He hits again. 7 for 13 and looking confident.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Nets.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Nicholas Claxton.
The work he put in on the glass helped shape this game, never taking a play off and closing out a number of possessions. If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And that's what probably slams the door for any would-be comebacks. And look, they put this one to bed.
40 seconds left in the game. Coulibaly on the wing, guarded by Russell. Now here's Coulibaly. Fires the 3. Williams grabs the board.
That's a look he couldn't pass up. He just couldn't get it to go.
16 seconds left in the final quarter. And here's Russell. Clock at 4. So we see the Nets taking the W here. To Walken Valley, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.